Hi everyone, it is Tina from Tina's Country Door. I am doing a tutorial today showing you how to take this from the Dollar Tree and turn it into this. Now I've posted a few of these on my page that I've already made with embellishments on them. This one I haven't decorated yet, but I will show you some choices, some ideas if you make your own that you can do. So hopefully you'll stay tuned throughout the tutorial. And hopefully you will check out my page, Tina's Country Door. Like my page, follow my page, because right now I'm having a giveaway when I reach 5,000 likes or 5,000 followers. I'm giving away a $25 gift card. And so you follow my page and you'll be entered into that giveaway. But to get into the tutorial, what you'll need is the stocking from the Dollar Tree. I used the velvet yarn. I love this yarn. It is so soft and pretty. It's chunky knit velvet yarn. I got it at Hobby Lobby and I used my 40% off coupon. I know I got it, but this is what it looks like, and it is so soft, and red is perfect for the stocking, of course. And then I'm using the white Eternal Bliss. I had some of this. I've done the bunny rabbits for Easter that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I used the Eternal Bliss white yarn from Yarn Bee that, you know, is Hobby Lobby also. I'm using a glue gun and zip ties, and I just have a few things laying around to give ideas of how you could decorate your stocking if you want to. So the first thing we want to do is to remove the tinsel from the stocking. Clip this stuff off. I don't need it. Okay, I like to find where the tinsel starts because I save the tinsel when I take them off of these forms, because I never know when I'll use it on something else. We'll get this off and we'll see the form that we have. I put that glued on there. Well, I'm going to have to cut. No, wait a minute. There we go. Let's cut that. Got a wire and the tinsel that's wrapped around that unwrapped, because we definitely don't need that on there. Now these little things, I'm not going to use those, so I'll just pull those off and throw those away. You can save them if you want and use them. You could, well, you could even glue these back on, clean all the tinsel off and glue it on your stocking. That would be cute. So there's an ideal. But I just thought of. So I might save those and see if I can do something with those like that. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to continue to take this off of the stocking. One good tip is when you're taking the tinsel off, watch how it is on there, and you just go back with the yarn, and that's how you put the yarn on. You just follow along as you're taking this off. It's real easy. You're just upgrading it from tinsel to yarn. I seem to have this wrapped on there. Let's see. Okay. I'm just going to put that to the side, out of my way, and get the red off. of there. Put all that to the side and clean all this off of my crafting area. There we go. All right. Get it out of the way. So this is what we have when we get all the tinsel removed. Okay, now I've got my velvet yarn and my white yarn, and I've done the first one I did the bottom first and the top last, and it made the top harder because the bottom, you know, it goes across like this, and these teeth, this is what I call them, are teeth. That's what you grip the yarn with, and these teeth are inside, and so with the yarn across, it was hard to get the yarn to grab a hold of those teeth. So the second one I did the top first, and it was a lot easier. So that's what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to do the top first. Get some of my white yarn out. It doesn't take a lot. And this is where I usually just use the glue when I first start, and then when I end, depending on how it sticks. So I'll find right here, I want to catch it. That is, I don't know where to go, but I don't need that. Make sure I've got a good long piece of yarn. I've got some of these cut into pieces where I've made gnomes and used this yarn. So yeah, okay, that's a good length of a piece of yarn. Okay. So we want it to come out to hide this outer part of the frame. So I'm going to take it like this. And to get this the way I want it to lay on there so that this doesn't fall over the side, I'm going to use some glue to push that up to get that to lay up there. But before I do that, for security purposes, so that my yarn will stay on there, you don't have to use glue if you don't want to, but I'm going to, just to give it a little more certainty that it won't come loose. So just hold that a few seconds and be careful not to burn yourself. It hurts very badly when you get burned by glue, hot glue. It's not fun at all. So I'm going to go up and wrap around that tooth, and then come back down and wrap around this tooth that's on the inside of that. Now I'm going to go see how that wants to fall over. To make sure that that doesn't, I'm going to put some glue there, and this yarn is very, very good at sticking to the glue. So I'm just going to move that over, put a little bit of glue there, and then push that up so that it'll stay. Okay, that's it. And now we're just going to go back and forth, getting a hold of these teeth with the yarn, or getting a hold of the yarn with the teeth, however you want to say it. It's a fun and quick project to do, and it ends up being really, really cute. You can keep it simple, or you can decorate it extravagant. It's your preference, whatever you want. Or if you're doing it for someone special. Now I've come to the end over here. I'm gonna put a little glue right here to grab hold of the yarn to hold it. That end piece that I'm gonna end up cutting loose. Hold that just a few seconds. And that is all of the white that I will need. And again, see, this wants to fall over. It's where it's right on the very edge. So I'm gonna put glue here, and I'm gonna glue it up like that. So I'm gonna try to get it to where you can see that. Put a little glue there. It does not take much to catch this yarn, and push it up. Hold it just a few seconds. Okay, so there's the first part of that. Now we're going to get started on the red bottom part. Now with this velvet yarn, make sure that's, with this velvet yarn, it's braided. So when you cut it, if you don't do something to hold it together, it will start to unravel. So that's where the zip ties come in. That's why I use zip ties, to hold it together. Now I'm gonna, with the bottom, you go across instead of up and down. And I'm gonna start up here at the top. Let me get enough of this loose. And I will glue, and with the zip tie on it, it does make it a little bit, I mean, it's not really heavy, but it gives it a little more weight. So I'm going to glue, put some glue right here, and glue this on here. And when I do that, I want to be mindful to keep the head of the zip tie turned inward so that it won't scratch the wall that you hang it on. So just a little bit of glue right here. And then I'm going to take this zip tie head, be very careful so you don't burn yourself, and hold it there for a few seconds. And while I'm holding that still, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And all you do is go back and forth, get it catching those teeth. If I can get that too. Okay. And then it's just back and forth. That one is wanting to give me problems. Okay. Now just back and forth. And now also you've got to watch, but this is braided. Sometimes all of the pieces, the strings of yarn won't get wrapped around that tooth and can come off, mess it up. So now, right now you're seeing like spaces in between the yarn, but I'll fix that. Glue strings when I'm finished putting this on. Usually I have this in my lap, or it's just easier for me, but where I'm trying to keep it in frame, I'm having a little bit of an issue holding on to it while I'm doing this. Now here, I'll show you this. See some of this, where these are strips of yarn that are braided together, you can see where this happens in some spots. So just be mindful of that too when you're putting this on. If you have a problem with it, you can put just a touch of glue there. See how that's going to give me issues there. So I need to make sure I have that turned around into the back to where you won't be able to see it in the front. So I'm always trying to be mindful of those things. You don't have to use this velvety yarn. You can use any yarn. But when I saw this at Hobby Lobby, and I had already bought these stockings from the Dollar Tree because I knew I was going to do something with them, I saw this velvet yarn and I just thought, oh wow, that's perfect. That's what I want for my stockings. All right, I've come to the last piece. This is not. Now the last piece, you see there, it doesn't look like much room, but I still have to cover that. So that's why I'm wrapping it around one more time. And I will have to use glue there to hold this. This one, let's see. I don't know if I'm missing a tooth or what. Push that up. Fix these to where there aren't any bare spots. So over here, for some reason that right there isn't getting covered the way I want it to. Have to rearrange, fluff it up and all that. Now when I clip this off, I'm going to need another zip tie to put on the end that I'm going to keep on the stocking, and then on the end that is left on the roll, so they won't unbraid, become unraveled. So 2 zip ties. Hold that for a few minutes. Now before I cut it off, I'm going to ahead and place my zip ties on there. So now that I have that zip tie on there, and it does add a little extra weight, just a little bit, I'm going to put extra glue on there. And I'm going to, you see the zip tie head there? If you're not careful, you can scratch a wall. So I'm just going to turn it to where that head isn't going to be sticking out to scratch wall. So I'm always try to be mindful of those things. And I'm making something like this. Not to get burnt. Glue strings everywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to check any place that I may need to put dabs of glue. Like right here. Let's see. I need to rearrange and just fluff it out. Just straighten it out. That's what it looks like. Okay, and now I use the velvet yarn to make this hang it from. You know, like your one you'd hang from your fireplace. I just wanted it to be more realistic, like a stocking. So all I did to do that, you'll need another zip tie because you're gonna have to cut this. Or you could also, what I did with that one, since I knew I was gonna do that, I looped it around my hand. That's how big I want the loop to be. And I took a zip tie, one zip tie, and I tied these together. Make sure I got that. So that's the size I want the loop to be. So I'm gonna zip tie this on there. Before I clip that off, I'm going to put another zip tie. And this is only to keep it from unraveling. Now, I need something to anchor this on. So I get up here, you can see this grid, and you got these little things. So I'm going to use another zip tie because I'm not going to trust the glue to hold this, especially if I'm going to use this to hang it with. So I'm going to take a zip tie and put it through behind the yarn so you won't see it. And then put it through this loop. Keep that down there. And then just zip it. You can hide the head so that, and there you go. See? You don't have to worry about that coming off. And you just fluff. That's one great thing about this yarn, is you just fluff it up and you can't see anything. That's how we got it. It's pretty cool. Now you can decorate it however. Now I've did one using this bow. So you can keep it simple, or you can make it eloquent or grand. It's whatever, how you like it. So all I did was I made a bow, and I kept a little bit of the chenille stem on it, and I had it in the center here. All I did was, you see the grid, you find the grid and you stick it between the yarn, and you pull the zip tie, one of them up, the pipe cleaner up top, up bottom, and you twist it, and then your ribbon is stuck on there. And I took some candy that I had, stick picks that I got from Hobby Lobby, and stuck down in there. So that's one way you can do it. Another thing I did was I took, this is a pick from Hobby Lobby, and I wanted it up here in the corner. So I found again, you got to have something to grip it to. So I found where that was, and I'll put my finger between the yarn to find what I wanted to stick it to. Let me get a hold of this. And I want it to hang down, like downward. So I just put that in there. And you can, in the back, trim this, clip it, wrap it around that, add a little glue to it to secure it. See, you have that. You can use that. Another one I did, well, another thing you can do are these cute, the cute little pigs. I got this from Hobby Lobby too. You could, just like I did that one, in which this is probably what I'm going to do. Stick it through the yarn, find one of those, and take this, clip it as short as you need to, or as you can, and then wrap it around that. Maybe put a little glue on there. You could even use something like this. See, it's got the little clip. Or you could just glue it on there. I wanted to do, I have these pom-poms, but they're not the color I want. I wouldn't put black pom-poms with red and white, but if I had red pom-poms, I wanted to like sew them together, and maybe take some of this and glue them to, and have them dangling down, hanging down. You can do that. But like I said, these are black. I don't want black with that. Or you can make a tiny bow. With another one I did, I made just a very simple little bow and put it up in the corner. Now this is not fancy. It's simple. Pinch it together. You can make your tails, or you don't even have to have tails, but you can do that. And you can just like put it up there in the corner. You can glue it on there, or you can take a chenille stem and put it through the yarn. Or you could take what you got off of the other one, off of the tinsel, clean all this tinsel off of it, and glue this on there. So there are a lot of things that you can do. Well, I'm not going to sit here and clean this off. I'll just show you. But you can take that and glue that on there and say Merry Christmas. So there are just many different things that you can do. It's totally open for any kind of decorating. But that's how you make the stocking. It's real easy, very easy and simple. And I love the yarn. I think it makes it look more realistic, elegant, and it just, so. But I had a lot of people asking me after I posted pictures of the ones I made, how to do it. So that's why I did the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope you got some ideas from what I showed you, and you've learned something from the tutorial. And if you haven't already, please check out my Facebook page. It's called Tina's Country Door. If you follow my page, I'm having a giveaway when I reach 5,000 followers, like I said before. So it would be nice to have that before Christmas. I mean, a $25 gift card, it would be great around Christmas time. So, but that is all I have to show in this tutorial. I hope you will try to go get you some of these from the Dollar Tree and get you some yarn from Hobby Lobby. You can use whatever kind of yarn, and you use your 40% off coupon, or when the yarn goes on sale, 30% off. Another tip, even if the yarn is on sale for 30% off, you can still use the 40% off coupon instead. You just tell the cashier that, hey, I would rather use my 40% off coupon on this instead of the 30% off sale. And they will do that, so you'll still spend less on it. Other than that, I don't have anything else to show you at this time, so I'm going to let you go, and I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.